In this video, I want to discuss the sexual violence in Namibia. While some sexual violence happens in the physical world, like actual rape, but some sexual violence also happens on the astral plane. Some call it the spiritual world and some call it the astral plane. But this type of sexual violence is called astral rape. And Namibia is very famous for its sexual violence, and I don't think people have any idea of the kind of astral rape and spiritual sexual violence that does go on in Namibia. Like, there's a lot of astral rape in this country. Maybe for other people as well, but for me it has been brutal, it has been daily, it has been horrible. Like, it has been to the point of repeated astral rape, to the point that you have to sleep in different positions or you have to stay awake for as long as you can, because you know that the moment you lay your head down there will be some decrepit creature of darkness that is trying to rape you, or like, I don't know what they do, probably molest you. I don't know, it's something very disgusting that is being done to your private parts on the astral plane, and it's really horrible. And and this phenomenon is called astral rape. It is like a global phenomenon. Today I'm going to talk about the sexual violence in Namibia. There is like a lot of sexual violence in Namibia, and it is not always physical. You know, there's also astral rape. Astral rape is called incubus or succubus, like when people are being sexually assaulted on the astral plane. I believe that this is the meaning of the biblical word whoremonger, because a whore isn't just like made. I think you have to monger a whore out of a good woman. So I think that is where astral rape and spirit sex magic, that's where it comes in. That's maybe because they want to monger a whore out of a woman. So I believe that is like the literal meaning of the word whoremonger. That is just what I believe, because people have other meanings for that word, but I don't believe the other meanings. I don't think they're even true, because I believe that a whoremonger, just like the word says, you need to monger a whore out of a woman. And so I think that is why astral rape happens. And astral rape is the most horrible sexual assault out there, because you cannot see your perpetrator and you cannot report the person who is raping you. And this sexual violence in Namibia is so horrible. It is like vile, it is daily, it's like on the daily. It's like you can really never have respite from it, because when I was younger I thought if I made an effort to get married, then maybe the astral rape will stop, the whoremongering or sex magic will stop, but it never stopped no matter what I did. So this is truly a form of witchcraft that is horrible to its core. Like, sexual violence in Namibia is a severe public health and human rights crisis. Up to a third of women experience physical or sexual violence in their lifetimes, with alarming rates of intimate partner violence and sexual assault targeting minors. Stigma, fear, and traditional beliefs contribute to high underreported rates. A World Health Organization analysis showed that roughly 17% of women experience intimate partner violence in Namibia. Youth and adolescent demographics are highly impacted. Studies have revealed that a significant percentage of young women face coerced or pressured sex, with instances often beginning in early adolescence. So astral rape is as well very horrible in this country. I remember from my earliest childhood up to now that I did experience astral rape or sex magic, what is called incubus or succubus. You know, These things have literally made me stay away from marriage and sex. I don't even mess with marriage or sex, but then because of the astral rape and whoremongering, I developed a condition called genophobia. Genophobia is called the fear of sex, which means you literally become afraid of any of such thing because of the astral rape and the assaults, which are spiritual, which I will talk about soon. I strongly believe that the decline in global birth rates has to do with the incubus phenomenon. I think that I'm not the only person who gets sexually assaulted by an unseen entity, and maybe other people also get this sexual assault by incubus, and they probably also become sex repulsed eventually, because now I'm asexual, I'm sex repulsed, and I also have genophobia and erotophobia, which means I avoid all sexual content. I can't even watch a movie anymore because the fear of there being a sex scene in that movie is too much, it's overwhelming. According to legend, in medieval mythology, an incubus is a male demon that preys on sleeping women to engage in sexual intercourse. Historically, the word derives from Latin meaning to lie upon or nightmare. But trust psychology to dismiss the accounts of thousands of people around the world. Apparently, the incubus syndrome, according to psychologists, is a rare delusional disorder where an individual firmly believes they are being sexually approached or assaulted by an invisible person or supernatural entity, which means for most of us who experience this, sexual violence is very real, it is very vile, and it is very vulgar. But according to psychology, it is a mental disorder or delusional disorder or something, and that dismisses so many people who have spoken about this for countless of years. An incubus could also be sent to someone as a curse. According to medieval and ancient lore, an incubus is an inherently evil spirit. Instead of seeking marriage, these entities are said to visit women in their sleep to form illicit sexual attachments, drain their vitality, or foster fear and distress. In mythology, these demons operate independently. So, these spirits could possibly be sent to drain my vitality. But luckily for me, I don't masturbate, I don't fornicate, I don't sleep with anybody. So nobody can physically drain my vitality or take sexual energy from me, because I do not engage in sexual intercourse with anyone. I do not masturbate and I do not fornicate, which means if you can keep your heart pure from sexual sin, if you can obey the words of Jesus Christ and obey the laws of God, then you do have the victory over these spirits, no matter how many times they come. If you have decided in your mind and in your heart that you will obey Jesus Christ, then the devil has no power over you, because I think Satan only has as much power as God gives him. But of believe in Jesus Christ, you win the war, which is the ultimate battle, the war of our souls. In various religious contexts, interactions with such spirits are often linked to sleep paralysis, nightmares, or the concept of spiritual husbands or wives. Within these frameworks, encounters with incubi are considered demonic attacks or strongholds. They are not instruments used by suitors to win a woman's affection or propose marriage. And that explains a lot, because these attacks are not instruments to win a woman's affection or to propose marriage. But I know that it is probably used to repel me from marriage, because for many years now, for more than probably like more than a decade, I have not had sex with anybody because I can't, it's vile and vulgar and I don't want to do that because fornication is a bad sin and I don't want to do that, I don't want to lose my soul over something so petty. And also, like, I do not do other sexual sins as well. But if the incubus attacks is supposed to make you, it's supposed to repel you from marriage and sexual activity, then that's fine, okay? Because like, it is not something that I desire at all. It is not marriage and sex or childbirth. It's not something that I desire at all, because the world is in a very horrible state. Like bad things are happening to the world, and woe to them that will be with child in those days. Because many people that do have children are going through it. They are really going through it. Like the world is the worst it has ever been at this point. So if you do have children and if you are married, then things are a bit harder for you than they are for the rest of us. Because you are married and you have children, and that can make life a bit harder. And that is why I did not want to get married. That is why I did not want to have children. And if the incubus and succubus attacks of astral rape and whoremongering was to repel me from marriage and children, then they probably don't even need to try, because I wasn't about to get married. I wasn't about to have children, they didn't need to do that. But maybe if that was their point, then whatever. Sexual sin sends many people to hell. Many people have gone to hell because of sexual sin, the sins of adultery, the sins of fornication, the sins of masturbation. These are horrible sins that do send people to hell. And because I have been tried by the fire, I came forth as gold, because the Bible says, once you have been tried by the fire, you will come forth as gold. So even though I went through horrible sexual torment and torture almost every night, I have completely become sex repulsed. I have completely stopped committing any sexual sin. I will not commit sexual sin. I will never commit sexual sin in the name of Jesus Christ, because I have come forth as gold. I have been astral raped so many times in the most barbaric ways possible. It is like it shatters your sense of safety, it shatters your sense of trust, which means I will never have sex with anybody ever again. I will never masturbate, I will never fornicate, I won't masturbate, I won't fornicate, I won't do anything sexual, I won't even watch pornography. Sex is like an abomination to me now because of the horrible inhumane astral rape that completely destroyed my sexual desire. I used to have sexual desire, I used to have lust, but now I don't have it. It's an abomination to my sight because of astral rape. Astral rape is the worst torture that you can wish upon anyone. It is the worst torture that you can wish upon your worst enemy, because we need to understand that rape is as the sin of murder. And so getting raped every night is like getting murdered every night. It is vile, and it is like stuff like this call for the wrath of God. Like the saints cry out to God, "How long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth?" These are the things that make you cry out to God for vengeance, because it is horrible to do such a thing to another human being. And astral rape is one of the worst things that you can do to another human being. You have to have true hatred in your heart to do such a vile and inhumane thing. And God will punish the sinners. God will punish the evil. Until that day I will cry out, "How long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth?"